Naughty Bear here, making my first video for you guys. This is the Moran Tug by Dumas. It's a 1/72 scale. It is an RC convertible model. I started this quite a while ago, and because I don't know anything about RC, I kind of gave up on it and put it away. Well, your guys' interest in my Coast Guard and longboat videos kind of gave me the motivation to get it out of the closet and finish it. So I have most of the hull done, working on the cabin and some of the detailing on that. See if I can get this to focus. Yeah, my buddy Brian over at BAS Dry Dock, he and I talked about making videos and the nuances with creating them with a DSLR, I think that's what it's called, camera, and how they don't really want to focus automatically. So I'll do my best with this until I get a decent camera for video. But anyway, working on that cabin. Got the stairs done yesterday. Those look pretty cool. And then built the wheelhouse last night, which is that on top. So, my dilemma. I already told you I don't know anything about RC, which is 100% accurate. So, hopefully some of you guys can help me out with that. I bought the Dumas 4.8 volt electric motor that Frankie Day talked about in his videos when he built this, and also the guy from, I think it's My RC Center, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know which or what kind of servo or ESC to buy. I went online to buy them, and as it turns out, which I'm not surprised, there's hundreds of them out there. And they are brushed, brushless. I don't know what any of that means. And I don't know what to buy because the prices on them vary greatly, and I don't know, you know, what makes an expensive one better than a cheap one. So if any of you guys that have experience with RC can recommend a servo and an ESC and a radio, and I think I need a receiver too, right? If you guys can kind of point me in the right direction of what would work for this. I think this thing is going to be 17 inches, almost 18 inches when it's done. I would really appreciate the recommendations because at this point I don't know. And I don't want to waste a bunch of money needlessly on something that I could have gotten away with something else for. So I'll just take this off and take the cabin off and show you what's going on under the deck, if I can get it off. So I don't have the deck glued on yet because I want to wait until I get all the electronics in there before I glue that down, in case, you know, I need to get into areas that I won't be able to reach. But this is, you know, I think they call that a stuffing box, and that is just a block for the motor to sit on. But that's kind of all things that they recommend in the directions, so Nothing fancy there. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. Got all the rub rails done. I am ready for paint. I have an airbrush. I have never been able to make it work. It seems like it's all spatter, you know, when I do try to use it. I'm sure it has to do with pressure or whatever. So I'm gonna work on that and try to get that to work. I gotta do these railings, which thankfully another one of my hobbies is stained glass. So I have some soldering experience. So hopefully that won't prove to be a big headache. It kind of looks like it will be, but we'll see. Yeah, so if you guys can help out with some recommendations, that would be really greatly appreciated. I'll get this thing painted maybe this week, I'm not sure. But I can get the rest of the building done and the stuff that goes on the deck and all that, so it's ready to go. But I just want to thank everybody for all the wonderful comments that you made on those Coast Guard builds and that longboat that I did. I was really overwhelmed with the kind comments and the nice remarks that you had regarding those builds. You know, I certainly, this was never in my wheelhouse to do videos like this. You know, I pretty much keep to myself, avoid attention, that type of person. But I enjoy watching the builds that you guys do. So it only makes sense that you would enjoy seeing builds that other people do. So I'm going to try my hand at sharing, you know, those things with you guys, and see how it turns out. If the videos don't go over well, then I'll just go back to making slideshows, which is actually very time consuming and a lot of work. So anyway, thank you again for all the nice comments. Thanks Brian and Charlie for pushing me. I've gotten a couple things done that have just been sitting because of, you know, the push. So I appreciate it. You guys have been great. So until next time when I have another update for you, take care and have a great week.